Yes, I will show you the strategy that will change my life in 2025. First of all, we finally broke 100 subscribers on this channel, which I am super grateful for. And therefore, I prepared this video for you. I really want you to understand the concepts and the core of this strategy. So I'm not just going to replay one day, 2 days. No, I'm going to replay a whole week of price action for you guys. Fully analyze it in depth so you understand fully how the strategy works. If you are serious about this, if you're really serious about this, watch this to the end. It's so much value. So before we start with this video, I want you to follow me on X because I said it a lot of times and I will say it again. That's where I will share my analysis with you. And if you would have just listened to my analysis on X this week, just this week, you'd have made money. So please follow me on X, also subscribe to this channel and like this video. So when it comes down to learning a new strategy, you have to understand every strategy is subjective. You cannot learn something exactly from another person. Like everyone views the market a different way. That's what you have to understand. And all those gurus on YouTube, they tell you, copy my strategy exactly like this. Look, you cannot copy a strategy exactly like somebody else doing it. You have to understand the concepts, the core of the strategy, and then build your own on it. Like it's a fundamental, okay? You you will have to learn the fundamentals, the core, the principles of the strategy. And then after hours and hours and hours of applying the strategy, you will start to look the markets differently and eventually master the strategy. It's not going to be like, okay, watch this YouTube video, now I can apply the strategy on the markets. It's not going to happen. You will have to put the hours in. So now that I said this and you still want to watch this video, it's going to be a long one because I'm going to analyze a whole week in depth for you. So let's start. First of all, you want to always zoom out and identify the trend and how price action looks like. We can see price came back into a higher time frame order block, which is a significant one because we had a huge pull to the downside. On the way up, we took out various highs and liquidity. So we can expect a move to the downside from this point on, which I have also mentioned on X. Here is where I stated. Here you will see updates. I expect price to come at least to the 50-minute order block after price took all the highs out on the left. Now, if you missed this, it's your fault because I have actually informed you guys before it happened. Let's move down to the 50-minute time frame. I was mentioning this order block right here. We have and we can see we still have liquidity that we can aim for a short. So right here, price tests this the value gap. Let's drop down to the 5-minute time frame. You can see price reacted out of this order block and did not manage to break this low. So price came back and retested this fair value gap. And we can see this area right here is a pretty strong one because we have taken out equal highs. Now, do you see how I move from the 1 hour to the 50 minutes to the 5-minute time frame? You want to analyze what are the important points in the chart. On the 1 hour time frame, the important point was this order block right here, okay? Was this low right here, this order block right here, this order block right here. 50-minute time frame, we can see this low right here, this order block right here. We have taken out liquidity, so this is a strong order block, which price will probably come into. We can see this order block right here where price reacted out of. These are strong points. You have to identify all the strong points on every time frame, okay? Now we came down to the 5-minute time frame. We can see price came back into the fair value gap, which was a 15-minute one. Forgot to mention that. And we can see on the 5-minute time frame now equal highs that were taken out, and a new structure break was formed, which also is equal lows right here. So you see how all comes together. Everything comes together. You see, this was the bearish inducements, so sellers are clearly in control. So we want to look for sellers right here. Now, let's drop down to the 3-minute time frame. We are still in this range right here. Let's just see what price will do. Okay, we can see this is a nice wick reaction right here. This wick from this bullish candle, and let's see if price reacts from here. Okay, this is a reaction we want to see. This shows us price will probably break all of this, and let's see if this will be a good entry for a sell. Right here, aim for a 1, 2, 3 with 2 boards, and as you can see, the stop loss is pretty tight, so exactly at the high. Price can run up, take this out again, and then react maybe from this or a redefined order block, and then come down. But I like my strategy like this, where I take riskier trades and have better risk to reward and don't miss out on many trades. So you can place your stop loss above the fair value gap, but your risk to reward will also will be messed up. Like, I like it better like this, but everyone has their own style. You understand? So let's see what price will do. Okay, looks like we got stopped out. Now it's exactly as I mentioned, price can come up and stop us out. So if you had your stop loss now at like the order block, it would be fine. I got stopped out, but it's not a problem because it's all probabilities. If you lose 1 R and then the next trade you win 3, you are still up 2 R. So basically this fair value gap failed and came back to this order block. Oops, order block. Let's drop down to the 1-minute time frame. We can see we took all of this out. This highs all got taken out. So this can be a new re-entry, and again, stop loss at the high or a few pips above. That's enough for me, and aim for a 1 to 3 risk reward to see what happens. Okay, maybe we can get stopped out again, but okay, looks good. Yeah. So this was a profitable trade. Lost 1, made 1, plus 2 R. It's so simple. You don't need to have a 90% strategy that works 90% of the times. Like 50%, you lose 1, win 3. That's just how simple it is. So this would be the trade for a London session. And you can see we now took this low out and had a nice reaction. So we might get our pullback to this level again. Let's see what happens. Okay, seems like we won't have that. Let's zoom out to the 15-minute time frame. Okay, price came even lower, and we still have room left until we come to this order block, so we can look for more sellers. You can see price came back to this level, this order block, for value gap. And if price reacts nicely, we can look for another sell. Okay, we can see took this wick out, which is a minor inducement, and shows us that sellers are in control. Then we had a nice bearish reaction, and yeah, this looks bearish. I'm going to place another sell right here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens. And yeah, missed. It missed our take profit. Let's see if stop loss. Right now, I would put my stop loss at break even. I wouldn't risk it for a few pips like here. Like either it's going to hit or stop loss. And okay, right now we would get stopped out at break even, which is fine. Like we already profited for the day. And price could react out of this again. We took out all of this right here. So it could react out of it and then move lower, but we just took the trade and let's just not risk it again. We got stopped out on here. Why should we just enter again? Let's zoom out again and analyze the situation. Okay, we can see price broke above this level, and this would be our new order block. Now we can see a 3-minute time frame took out some this trend line. This could be the order block where we can see bearishness again, and let's see what happens. Okay, looks like price will come back to this level. Okay, right now, we can see price came back into this fair value gap, which means we could look for buys. But it's the buy, if you want to look for buys right here, it's really risky because we are in a downtrend. So I don't advise to buy in a downtrend, but right here we still have room, and I really think price will go up here. Let's see how price reacts. Okay, price reacted nicely, and we have this build up. 3 touches. We will probably break this. You could place a long right here, and let's see what happens. So I want you to understand right now, this is a risky long. Probably get stopped out, but also I want to say this is the strong order block. Here's where we took out the liquidity and had our push to the downwards. Price will probably come back into here. I've seen it so many times, it probably will. And we have tested a higher time frame fair value gap and had our build up of liquidity, which means this could be a nice long. Okay, got stopped out. Happens. I told you this would be a risk here, but okay, we can see we had this build up 1, 2, 3 touches, swept all of this, then came back into this order block, and then we broke the structure, which means this looks really bearish. We could see that price will come and drop to the order block, which means we can look for sells if price comes back into this area. I hope it will. Yeah, seems like it won't come back anytime soon. Hey, maybe now. We had a nice reaction. Stop loss right here. Take profit. About here. Okay. Honestly, we broke the structure, so I would play safe right here and set myself as a break even. and we will probably get stopped out. Yeah. So stop loss at break even right here. And let's wait for price come back to this level. Until then, I wouldn't take a trade again, to be honest. Okay. Oops. Okay, guys, we could see another trade. We can see price came back into the strong order block where we took out liquidity and broke the structure to the downsides. And we had our bearish reaction, and now we have our mitigation. This could be a trade we can take. Let's wait for a few more candles. Okay, we can take this trade right now. Stop loss at this order block. Take profit 1, 3. And let's see what happens. So we can see right here, price didn't manage to take our take profit. And I would probably just have my stop loss at break even at this point and get stopped out. Let's see. Yeah, price just consolidates. So break even. I'm out. Like, don't wanna be in that consolidation anymore. If price consolidates, I would just close the trade and break even, to be honest. So let's just move on to the next day. So to recap, Monday took 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 win, plus 2R for the day. Okay, now we are on the next day. We broke this order block, which means we can just erase it. And let's move down to the 5-minute time frame. We have this order block right here. Price can react out of. You can see took out the liquidity this high and had our reaction. And now we are on the mitigation, which means you can see the price become lower from here, and we could enter right here. Stop loss like this. Aim for a 1 to 3. Let's move down to the 1-minute time frame. We can see we broke the low, okay, which means this is our inducement, which means sellers are in control. We came back into this area, broke this low, and broke this high, which means another liquidity grab. What happened? We had our build up of liquidity right here. Build up of liquidity. Smashed it. All liquidity was gone. Came back into this area. And now we can see price react again to make a new lower low. Let's see if take profit would be hit. Okay. This looks easily like a liquidity grab. Price will just smash it. I'm pretty sure it will. You can see it also like this, like a trend line. So pretty sure this will get taken out. Okay, seems like this level is holding, and we came back into a break-even point. We will just see what price will do at this point. Okay, seems like we get another reaction out of this area again, which is good. Seems like this level was not strong enough for price to come back lower. I still think price will break this trend line. It's just a matter of time and when it will happen. Let's just see what price will do. We can see this build-up is pretty slow. It's a slow build-up, okay? Slow price action. This level is still holding, which means we are still bearish. That's crazy what happened. All of this got taken out. This was our inducement. We respected this order block as expected, and we will probably take profit. I want you to understand inducements never lie, okay? Price goes from inducement to inducement, yeah? Induced this out, took out the liquidity, came back into the inducement, came back into this area, came back into the area where the inducement happened, consolidated, another inducement, came back and took out all of this, which is also an inducement. So let's see if price will hit take profit or not. Okay, well, take profit would have been hit right here. So this is a nice 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can catch another trade for the day. We can also see we broke this low, and could be that we can see now our bullish retracements again, like into this area. Okay, seems like we will see a retracement again. Yeah, okay, let's just move on to the next day. Okay, we are now on London session again. And something pretty interesting happened. Zoom out. Always next day, zoom out again. Go into the 15-minute time frame or the 1 hour time frame. And we can see this is our order block. We can redefine it like this to this level right here. And let's drop to the 5-minute time frame. You can see that yesterday price went up again, took all of this out. This is now our strong inducement point, okay? Which shows us again, sellers are in control. And when sellers are in control, we don't want to buy. So we can identify on a 5-minute time frame this trend line, which means this will probably break. Sellers are controlled, this will probably break, and which means we can look for sellers. Price tapped into this order block, had our reaction on a 3-minute time frame, had our mitigation 1-minute time frame, which means we can actually aim for look for sellers again and aim for this trend line to get taken out. So price reacted out of this order block, and we can see again took out this small high, which means this is our inducement. Price always goes from inducement to inducement. Doesn't matter which time frame. You can see price came back, showed us this reaction, and so what I would do is wait for price to come back into an area like this. Wouldn't just enter a sell right here. It's pretty risky. Let's see what happens. Okay, maybe a sell would be the right thing, but let's wait. Okay, price came back into this area, which means, and this trend line still is holding. We can look for sells now. Stop loss right here. Take profit like this. Let's see. Okay, looks good. Let's drop to the 3-minute time frame and mark this level out. This is where the trend line is taken out and where I will personally would I set my stop loss to break even to play it more safely. So right now we broke the trend line, which means stop loss at break even. Oh yeah, and take profit was hit, which is nice. So this low will probably also get taken out because we are in a downtrend. So like lower low is just is what's normal. Yeah, this low got taken out. We could aim for a 1 to 6, but was not necessary. Now let's wait for a New York session. Maybe we can aim for another trade, another win. Okay, New York session just opened. So I would not look for sells right away again. The whole day was basically bearish. The whole day was bearish, which means a retracement will happen. And we are in this retracement zone. We broke the low, which means price will come back into this area. I would look for buys, especially on New York session. New York session is a session where price comes back into equilibrium. You can see this equal highs got taken out. Did not manage to break this low higher than we were between in this range. Finally broke it, comes back into this level. Now we can look for a higher high again, but I would wait and look what price will give us. Okay, this looks good. We could have our stop loss right here. 1, 2, 3 is here. Okay, and we still didn't take out this high, which means stop loss is still where it is. Okay, this looks dangerous. Like, this looks like a reversal, to be honest, but let's just wait and see what happens. Okay, now we broke it. We've got all of this out, which means stop loss at break even. Okay, let's zoom out to analyze it. Now, this actually looks like this could react out of here. This was the build up. Now we get again some bearish reactions, to be honest, but we are still into the SPY, and I don't like to change my bias just from bullish to bearish right away. I'm into this trade and I will hold it. I mean, we have nothing to lose into this trade. Ooh, price came pretty close to our break-even point, but seems like we are still fine. Price came also pretty close to our take profit. Missed it by a few pips now, but to be honest, now it really looks like this was the build-up. Here, right here, people who trade like ICT, they see, okay, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So they would probably enter right here, and then they get taken out. Then that's where the move happens. This could be the case. And to be honest, it looks like this will be the case. Didn't manage to hit our take profit. I would just take another trade. I think I've taken this sell actually on real life. I have to look it up. Like this, aim for a new low. Let's just see what happens. Okay, this trade, break even, stopped out. Unfortunately, didn't hit take profit. This one, okay, perfectly. 3R. So to show you again what happened here, this was the build-up, okay? This was our order block. Price came back into our order block and swept all of this, which means SMC trader, ICT trader get into this trade right here, okay? They see accumulation. This is probably manipulation, and then comes distribution. What we need to think is, okay, let's wait until they get taken out. They get taken out, and then the move happens. Let's move on to the next day. Okay, on the next day, on London session, we can see this is probably where price will come next into. Do you agree? This is not as strong as it seems. On the 15-minute time frame, we didn't take out anything except this small build-up. So I think price will come back into this, and this looks like a build-up. Do you agree? 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches. So I would look for buys and aim for this area. On the 1-minute time frame, oops, we can see this build-up right here, equal highs, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. Then we took out these 2 lows. Now we can see our bullish reaction. Okay, got taken out. Okay, and now this small build-up got taken out into this fair value gap. Means we could look for buys right here, like this. Aim for a 1, 2, 3. Okay, stop loss at break even, because we broke the structure, which means we didn't lose anything on this trade. And let's see what price will do out of this. Okay, this looks like we can enter again like this. We took out these lows, and now we can see what happened again. Okay, price came pretty close to our stop loss. It looks like we will get stopped out, to be honest. Doesn't look that great, this trade. Looks like we get stopped out and and price comes even lower. Yeah. So now we lost 1 hour. Like I said, my strategy is like 50% win rate, which is alright if you always win 3 hour on every trade. So we can aim here again, just re-enter. Aim for a 1, 2, 3, right here. And take profit hit. So it's that simple. I said it so many times, I will say it again. You don't need a 90% win rate strategy. 50% with a win of 3R every time you win is more than enough to make you profitable. And this strategy is just about liquidity, market structure, and inducements. You have to read the inducements of the day and on a higher time frame where price will probably come into. This area was the area where I thought price would probably come into. And so we took the longs and we saw this build up right here, got taken out, aim for a long. That's how simple it can be. Now let's move up to the field time frame. Okay, price can come into this level or not. Let's see what happens. Okay, it missed this level by a few pips. Let's see if we get into this level or not. Okay, we got into this level, which is great. Now we can look for sells again. This is now a small build up. We took all of this out. We can erase this really quick. Redefine it. Go up to the 15-minute time frame. See if we can get some reaction out of here. And yeah, this looks good. This looks like a good reaction. Let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame. Let's see how this looks like on a smaller time frame. Okay, I would want to see a break or structure right here. This is not enough confirmation for me. Okay, we broke the structure. Now I want to wait for mitigation. Okay, seems like this was our mitigation. This right here. Stop loss here, aim for this, and let's see what happens. Okay, we got stopped out, and price came even higher into this area, which means this was our inducement, and this can be now our area where we can drop lower, but I want to see some more price action. Okay, and this looks interesting. So we could enter right here. We didn't take out this order block, which can be a good sign on a 5 minute time frame. Let's see how this looks like. This looks bullish, but if this level holds, we can aim for a 1 to 6 like this. But my rules are, if I lose 2 trades in a day, I stop trading for the day. So we already lost 1 trade. If we lose this again, then we will stop trading for the day. That's the rules of my strategy. So let's do it more safely like this. Then this becomes 3R. Okay. Until now, it looks, yeah, good. It looks good. This was our build up. Price can come back into here, and this could be our inducement, and price will now make a new lower low. Didn't happen. Okay, it's alright. We lost 2R today. This was not the case. And price break higher. That some days that's just how it is. I'm here to show you full transparency. So this level did not hold. Let's just move on to the next day. Okay, now we are on the next day. On the 1 hour time frame, we can see price came back into this order block. To this area. And we are going to expect bearishness out of here. You can see we took all of these highs out on a 5 minute time frame. We can see this small build up of 1, 2, 3 touches, and price comes back, taps into this order block, and will probably break lower from here. So let's move down to the 3-minute time frame. See if we can catch a short from here. Okay, this looks interesting. You can see we took this small build up out and we had our reaction from it. So could do something like this and let's see what happens. Okay, seems like news played into our favor, but I usually don't trade during news, so let's just don't count this trade and see what happens. Okay, price comes back into this level. Let's see if we can catch a short from here again. 1, 2, 3 is right here. And what, it missed our take profit by a pip. Crazy. But yeah, okay. Take profit hit on a Friday, which is nice. We always want to finish the week strong. Now, why did I enter here on a 15-minute time frame? We can see this was our complex pullback on a higher time frame perspective. And if we will see a new low forming, then this would be our liquidity target. So which means we can aim for this whole lows to get taken out. Today is Sunday when I film this video for you guys. So my expectations for next week is we can probably see this level get taken out if we are still bearish on USD, and it depends on how the DXY looks like. Maybe we can sweep all of this and then we will see even higher prices for US dollar. But let's continue with the day and let's wait for New York session. Okay, New York session is now started right now, and let's analyze the markets again. Build up, inducement. Can you see how this same thing happens every day? Same thing happens every day, all the time. It's just so simple. So we can see price broke this, comes back to this level, which means you can see price reacting out of, and seems like this was, what was it? Some news. So I wouldn't trade doing news. Let's not count this, because we didn't count the other one again as well doing news. But seems like price came back to this level here, and which means on a 1-minute time frame. Now this looks like price will drop, and yeah, I guess we didn't catch another trade, but we ended the week strong, which is very good. Basically, I showed you whole price action of one full week. This is a long video. If you have finished it, you can be proud of yourself. I hope you took some notes, and what I want you to do now is test this strategy, this view of the markets on yourself, and not just one time or 2 times, like back test it every day, okay? And that's it for today. Bye.